000 miles an hour.
हमें अभी-अभी एक बुलेटिन मिली है जिससे ये पता चलता है कि एक बड़ी चीज पर्वत से पश्चिम की तरफ उड़ती जा रही है।
L'information jusqu'à présent laisse penser qu'il s'agit d'une fusée téléguidée. S'agit-il d'une bombe planante ou de troupes aéroportées? C'est ce que nous ne savons pas encore.
Reports are coming in from all over the empire, from all over the world. The government has not yet issued any statement, but there seems to be no question that there actually is a large unidentified object circling the Earth at incredible speed.
This is Elmer Davis again. We still don't know what it is or where it comes from, but there's something there. It's been tracked around the Earth by radar, traveling at a rate of 4,000 miles an hour. This is not another flying saucer scare. Scientists and military men are already agreed on that. Whatever it is, it's something real.
We interrupt this program to give you a bulletin just received from one of our naval units at sea. A large object traveling at supersonic speed is headed over the North Atlantic toward the east coast of the United States.
This is H.V. Kaltenborn speaking. Here in the nation's capital, there is anxiety and concern, but no outward sign of panic. As a matter of fact, there are signs of normalcy. The beautiful spring weather, the tourist crowds around the public monuments and other buildings.
Give me the Chief of Staff.
Hello. I want to speak to the President. I'm sorry, but you'll have to interrupt him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew Pearson. We bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon, the arrival of a space ship in Washington. Government and Defense Department officials are concerned by reports of panic in several large eastern cities. I am authorized to assure you that so far there is no reasonable cause for alarm. The rumors of invading armies and mass destruction are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false. The ship, designed for travel outside the Earth's atmosphere, landed in Washington today at 3:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We still do not know where it came from. The ship is now resting exactly where it landed 2 hours ago, and so far there is no sign of life from inside it. Troops have been rushed across the Potomac River from Fort Myer and have thrown a cordon around the ship. They're supported by tanks, artillery, and machine guns. Behind the police lines, there's a huge crowd of curiosity seekers. The Army has taken every precaution to meet any emergency which may develop. Every eye, every weapon is trained on the ship. It's been that way for 2 hours, and the tension is just beginning. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
We have come to visit you in peace and with goodwill.
General?
Right in there, Mr. Harley.
My name is Harley, Secretary to the President. I've been told you speak our language, and that your name is Mr. Klaatu?
Just Klaatu.
The President asked me to convey his deepest apologies for what has happened.
Sit down, Mr. Harley.
Thank you. I'm sure I need hardly point out that your arrival was something of a surprise. Had you been traveling long?
About 5 months. Your months.
You must have come a long way.
About 250 million of your miles.
Naturally, we're very curious to know where it is you come from.
From another planet. Let's just say that we're neighbors.
It's rather difficult for us to think of another planet as a neighbor.
I'm afraid in the present situation, you'll have to learn to think that way.
The present situation?
I mean the reason for my coming here.
We're very curious about that, too. Would you care to talk about it?
I'd be glad to. Not now, of course, with you alone.
Or perhaps you'd rather discuss it personally with the President.
This is not a personal matter, Mr. Harley. It concerns all the people on your planet.
I'm not sure I understand.
I want to meet with representatives from all the nations of the Earth.
I'm afraid that would be a little awkward. It's completely without precedent. And there are practical considerations, the time involved, the enormous distances.
I traveled 250 million miles.
I appreciate that, but I want to be frank with you, Klaatu. Our world at the moment is full of tensions and suspicions. In the present international situation, such a meeting would be quite impossible.
What about your United Nations?
You know about the United Nations?
We've been monitoring your radio broadcast for a good many years. That's how we learned your languages.
I'm sure you recognize from our broadcasts the evil forces that have produced the trouble in our world. Now, surely you
I'm
agree...
not concerned, Mr. Harley, with the internal affairs of your planet. My mission here is not to solve your petty squabbles. It concerns the existence of every last creature on Earth.
Well, perhaps if you could explain a little.
I intend to explain. To all the nations at the same time. How do we proceed, Mr. Harley?
Well, we could call a special meeting of the General Assembly, but of course the United Nations doesn't represent all the nations.
Then I suggest a meeting of all the chiefs of state.
Believe me, you don't understand. They wouldn't sit down to the same table.
I don't want to resort to threats, Mr. Harley. I merely tell you that the future of your planet is at stake. I urge that you transmit that message to the nations of the Earth.
I will make that recommendation to the President. But I must tell you in all honesty, I'm extremely dubious about the results.
Apparently, I'm not as cynical about Earth's people as you are.
I've been dealing in Earth's politics a good deal longer than you have. Good night, sir.
It is now 2 a.m., and the giant robot still hasn't moved. Engineers from nearby Fort Belvoir have failed to budge him, and metallurgical experts have found his huge body impregnable. They're now concentrating on the ship itself, so far with no results.
Getting any place, Sergeant? Oh, no, sir. Just beats me, sir. I saw the ramp come through the side of the ship right here. Now I can't even find a crack.
Oh, Carlson, what's the report? No luck, sir. We've tried everything from a blowtorch to a diamond drill.
What about him?
It's made out of the same stuff.
Has he moved, Sergeant? No, sir, not an inch.
This is the toughest material I ever saw, General. For hardness and strength, it's out of this world.
I can tell you officially that's where it came from.
The skeletal structure is completely normal. The tests show the same for the major organs. The heart, liver, spleen, kidneys.
And the lungs are the same as ours. That must mean a similar atmosphere, similar pressure. How old do you think he is?
Oh, I'd say 35, 38.
Told me this morning when I was examining him. He's 78.
Well, I don't believe it.
Life expectancy is 130.
Well, how does he explain that?
Says their medicine is that much more advanced. He was very nice about it, but he made me feel like a third-class witch doctor.
I removed a bullet from that man's arm yesterday.
Well, what about it?
I just examined the wound, and it's completely healed.
Well, what does he say about it?
Said he put some salve on it, some stuff he had with him.
What are you going to do with it?
Take it downstairs and have it analyzed. Then I don't know whether to just get drunk or give up the practice of medicine.
Afternoon, Mr. Harley.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon. I'm glad to see you up and around.
Thank you. Have you any news?
Not very good news, I'm afraid. The president accepted your suggestion and cabled the invitations for a meeting. Let me read you some of the replies. The Premier wishes to inform the government of the United States that it'll be impossible for him to attend the meeting suggested by the President unless the meeting is held in Moscow. The suggestion of the President regarding the possibility of a meeting in Moscow would be unacceptable to His Majesty's government at the present time. Representation could be sent only if the meeting were held in Washington. Well, there you have it. Now that you understand the situation more clearly, perhaps you'd like to discuss it with the President.
I will not speak with any one nation or group of nations. I don't intend to add my contribution to your childish jealousies and suspicions.
Our problems are very complex, Klaatu. You mustn't judge us too harshly.
I can judge only by what I see.
Your impatience is quite understandable.
I'm impatient with stupidity. My people have learned to live without it.
I'm afraid my people haven't. I am very sorry. I wish it were otherwise.
Before making any decisions, I think I should get out among your people and become familiar with the basis for these strange, unreasoning attitudes.
Under the circumstances, I'm afraid that's impossible. Oh, I must ask that you don't attempt to leave the hospital. Our military people have insisted on this. I'm sure you'll understand.
Captain, so the man from the spaceship got away.
What? Get every available man.
Yes, sir.
Hospital refused to comment on how he managed to escape or what measures may be taken to apprehend
the creatures are denounced as rumor by Police Chief Walter Baxter. He's not 8 feet tall as reported, nor does he have tentacles.
There is no denying that there is a monster at large, that we are dealing with forces beyond our knowledge and power. The public is advised to take ordinary precautions and to remain calm as we await
Government
further
officials have
developments.
come to the inescapable conclusion that this ship and its occupants come from some other planet. Thus far, scientists have refused to speak officially on just which planet until they've had an opportunity to study the ship. They seem to agree, however, that either Venus or Mars is the most likely possibility. Not only are these the closest planets to Earth, but all research to date indicates that they are the only 2 planets capable of sustaining life as we know it. However, all reputable scientists warn against jumping to hasty conclusions. Professor Habermeyer of MIT, for example, points out that it's entirely possible in light of our meager knowledge.
The President has urged all citizens to be on the alert for any information about this man and to transmit such information immediately to the police, the Army, or the FBI. While the President made no effort to minimize the crisis, he urged people all over the country to remain calm. And I might add that though this man may be our bitter enemy, he could be also a newfound friend. Unfortunately, for identification purposes, the only photographs
Mom,
we have are similar to this one
Hey,
and do not
what's
show
that?
the man's face. The President said the entire facilities of the FBI and every other federal agency are being brought to bear. He pointed out, however, that this is no ordinary manhunt. He warned, we may be up against powers that are beyond our control.
What is it you want?
My name is Carpenter. I'm looking for a room.
Oh, I see.
Are you an FBI man?
No, I'm afraid not.
I'll bet he is, Mom. I'll bet he's looking for the spaceman.
I think we've all been hearing too much about spacemen.
Oh, this is Mrs. Benson, Mr. Carpenter.
How do you do?
And little Bobby, Mr. and Mrs. Barley, and Mr. Crowell.
How do you do?
Now, I'm Mrs. Crockett. I have a very nice room on the 2nd floor. It has 2 large windows and gets the sun all day long.
Hey, mister, can I help you look for the spaceman? I know just what he looks like. He's got a big square head with 3 great big eyes.
That's enough, Bobby. It's late. Come on. Excuse me.
We mustn't annoy Mr. Carpenter or he won't want to stay here.
Mom, I bet he is an FBI man.
He's really a dear little boy and quiet as a
Oh,
mouse.
they are. And all the while we're getting fingerprints.
You're a long way from home, aren't you, Mr. Carpenter?
How did you know?
Oh, I can tell a New England accent a mile away.
And now we take you to Miami Beach, Florida, for a report from Gabriel Heater. Mr. Heater.
And now on this Sunday morning, we ask some questions that have been haunting the entire nation for 2 whole days. This creature, where is he? What is he up to? If he can build a spaceship that can fly to Earth, and a robot that can destroy our tanks and guns, what other terrors can he unleash at will? Obviously, the monster must be found. He must be tracked down like a wild animal. He must be destroyed. But where would such a creature hide? Would he disappear into the North Woods? Would he crawl into the sewers of some great city? Everybody agrees there is grave danger. The question remains, what can we do to protect ourselves? What measures can we take to neutralize this menace from another world? Destroy it? Of course, but how? And if we do destroy it, what do we face in retaliation?
George, would you turn that radio off? I'm trying to concentrate.
Why doesn't the government do something? That's what I'd like to know.
What can they do? They're only people, just like us.
People my foot. They're Democrats.
That's enough to give you the shakes. He's got that robot standing there, 8 feet tall, just waiting for orders to destroy us.
The spaceman, or whatever he is. We automatically assume he's a menace. Maybe he isn't at all.
And what's he hiding for? Why doesn't he come out in the open?
Yeah, like that Heater fellow says. What's he up to?
Maybe he's afraid.
He's afraid.
Well, after all, he was shot the minute he landed here. I was just wondering what I would do.
Well, perhaps before deciding on a course of action, you'd want to know more about the people here. to orient yourself in a strange environment.
There's nothing strange about Washington, Mr. Carpenter.
A person from another planet might disagree with you.
Well, if you want my opinion, he comes from right here on Earth. And you know where I mean.
They wouldn't come in a spaceship. They'd come in airplanes.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Stands to reason that fellow wants something, otherwise he wouldn't be here. That right, Mr. Carpenter?
I must admit I'm a little confused.
Oh, Mrs. Benson, Mr. Stevens is here to see you.
No, thank you. Excuse me.
George, finish your coffee. I promised the Carsons I'd be there at 11.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're all set. I picked up some sandwiches and put gas in the car, and the radio's still on the blink, so we can forget about the spaceman for today.
Well, there's only one thing. I haven't anyone to stay with Bobby. I don't suppose we could take him with us.
Well, we could.
Well, there's always someone here, but today, of course, they've all got plans.
I haven't any plans. I'd be happy to spend the day with him, if you'd let me.
Say, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Well, it's awfully nice of you to suggest it. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Carpenter. This is Tom Stevens.
How do you do, Mr. Carpenter?
Hello. Bobby and I had a fine time yesterday afternoon. We talked and listened to the radio. I thought today you might like to show me around the city.
Well,
Suppose I ask Bobby how he feels about it.
fine. You think it's all right?
Bobby, tell me, do you have to have money to go there?
I've got $2. Mom gave it to me.
No, I want to take you to the movie. Do you think they'd accept these?
Gee, they look like diamonds.
Well, in some places, those are what people use for money. They're easier to carry and they don't wear out.
I'll bet they're worth $1 million.
Would you give me your $2 for 2 of these?
Well, sure. Okay. Let's not say anything to Mom about this, though, huh?
Why not, Bobby?
Well, she doesn't like me to steal from people.
Those are great words. He must have been a great man.
Oh, sure.
That's the kind of man I'd like to talk to. Bobby, who's the greatest man in America today?
Well, I don't know. Spaceman, I guess.
No, I was speaking of Earthmen. I meant the greatest philosopher, the greatest thinker.
Well, you mean the smartest man in the whole world?
Yes, that would do nicely.
Professor Barnhart, I guess. He's the greatest scientist in the whole world.
He lives right here in Washington, doesn't he?
Right near where my mom works.
Where's that?
Department of Commerce. She's a secretary. That man they call a secretary isn't at all. My mom's a real secretary. Mr. Carpenter, now can we go see the spaceship?
If you like.
darn guy's strong. I'll bet he can knock down a whole building.
I shouldn't be at all surprised.
I'd like to get inside that ship, see how it works. What do you think makes it go?
Well, a highly developed form of atomic power, I should imagine.
I thought that was only for bombs.
No. No, it's for lots of other things, too.
You think it can go faster than the F-86?
Yes, I should think so.
About 1,000 miles an hour?
Maybe 4,000 miles an hour. And outside the Earth's atmosphere, a good deal faster.
Well, how could they make a landing?
Well, there are several ways to reduce landing speed. See, the basic problem is to overcome the inertia and...
Keep going, mister. He was falling for it.
Thank you, Mrs. Robinson. I'm sure we've all shared your fears during the past few days. I see a gentleman here with his little boy. What do you think of the spaceship, son?
It's the biggest spaceship I ever saw.
And you, sir. Mind telling us your name?
My name is Carpenter.
Would you care to say a few words, Mr. Carpenter? I suppose you're just as scared as the rest of us.
In a different way, perhaps. I am fearful when I see people substituting fear for reason. In fact, I would like...
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Thank you very much. I see another gentleman over here in the crowd. Would you care to say something?
Extra! Space Manhunt Police! Army put in charge. Read all about it. Space Manhunt Police! Extra! Extra! Get your paper here. Army put in charge. Extra! Extra!
You think you'll ever find him?
I don't know, Bobby. I'm inclined to doubt it.
Mr. Carpenter, what does inertia mean?
Inertia is the property of matter by which it remains in uniform motion unless acted upon by external force.
Oh. I'll bet that's just the way Professor Barnhart talks.
Bobby, I have an idea. Let's go and see Professor Barnhart and find out how he talks.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Wouldn't you like to meet him?
Sure I would, but I bet you'd be scared.
Maybe we can scare him more than he can scare us.
I like you, Mr. Carpenter. You're a real screwball.
Extra! Extra! Spaceman still at large! Extra! Read all about it! Get your paper here!
Maybe he isn't home. Gee, I'll bet you this is where he works. What's that stuff on the blackboard mean?
It's a problem in celestial mechanics.
I'll bet he's the only one in the world that knows the answer.
He doesn't know the answer. And he'll never get it that way.
We probably couldn't get to see him even if he was home. Hey, where you going?
If he's that difficult to see, perhaps we ought to leave a calling card.
Did he do it wrong?
He just needs a little help.
What are you doing in here? How dare you write on that blackboard? Do you realize the professor's been working on that problem for weeks?
He'll solve it in no time now.
How did you get in here, and what do you want?
We came to see Professor Barnhart.
Well, he's not here, and he won't be back till this evening. I think you'd better leave now.
Would you give this to the professor? I think he'll want to talk to me. I wouldn't erase that. The professor needs it very badly.
Carpenter come home yet?
Yeah, he's right inside.
Tell him I'd like to see him.
Okay, come on in.
Your name, Carpenter?
Yes? Oh, I suppose Professor Barnhart's been looking for me.
I've been looking for you all afternoon.
Thank you. It was a wonderful day.
You still haven't answered my question.
You know how I feel, Tom. But I just want to think it over.
The boss is leaving for Chicago tomorrow. If I could tell him that I was getting married and had 2 dependents.
You're a good salesman. But I've got to think about it.
A good insurance salesman wouldn't give you time to think about it.
No.
Night.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hello, darling. Good evening, Mr. Carpenter.
Good evening. Mrs. Benson, this is Mr. Brady.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Brady's a government agent.
Have a nice day, dear.
We had a swell time, didn't we, Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, we did.
We went to the movies and had some ice cream cones, and then we went to see Daddy.
I don't know how to thank you.
I enjoyed every minute of it.
We, better get going, Mr. Carpenter.
Oh, gee, you didn't finish your story.
I'll finish it tomorrow. Good night, Bobby. Good night.
Good night. Come on, dear. Time to go to bed.
Why did Mr. Carpenter have to go with Mr. Brady?
I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake.
Oh. We sure had fun today. We saw the spaceship, and we went to see Professor Barnhart.
Professor Barnhart?
Yeah, sure. Mom, do I have to go to school tomorrow?
Yes, of course, dear.
Gee, I was hoping I could go out with Mr. Carpenter again.
Oh, come in. The professor's in his study.
This is the man you wanted to see, Professor.
Thank you, Captain.
I'll wait outside.
You wrote this?
It was a clumsy way to introduce myself. But I understand you're a difficult man to see. I thought you'd have the solution by this time.
Not yet. That's why I wanted to see you.
All you have to do now is to substitute this expression at this point.
Yes, that will reproduce the first order term. But what about the effect of the other terms?
Almost negligible. With variation of parameters, this is the answer.
How can you be so sure? Have you tested this theory?
I find it works well enough to get me from one planet to another. I am Klaatu. I spent 2 days at your Walter Reed Hospital, room 309. My doctor's name was Major White. Now, if you're not interested, or if you intend to turn me over to your army, we needn't waste any more time.
You may go now, Captain. Please thank General Cutler and tell him that I know this gentleman.
You have faith, Professor Barnhart.
It isn't faith that makes good science, Mr. Klaatu. It's curiosity. Sit down, please. There are several thousand questions I'd like to ask you.
I would like to explain something of my mission here.
That was my first question.
We know from scientific observation that your planet has discovered a rudimentary kind of atomic energy. We also know that you're experimenting with rockets.
Yes, that is true.
So long as you were limited to fighting among yourselves with your primitive tanks and aircraft, we were unconcerned. But soon, one of your nations will apply atomic energy to spaceships. That will create a threat to the peace and security of other planets. That, of course, we cannot tolerate.
What exactly is the nature of your mission, Mr. Klaatu?
I came here to warn you that by threatening danger, your planet faces danger. Very grave danger. I'm prepared, however, to offer a solution.
Would you care to be more specific?
What I have to say must be said to all concerned. It is too important to be entrusted to any individual.
I gather that your efforts on the official level were not entirely successful.
I come to you as a last resort, and I confess my patience is wearing thin. Must I take drastic action in order to get a hearing?
What sort of action do you mean?
Violent action, since that seems to be the only thing your people understand. Leveling New York City, perhaps? Or sinking the Rock of Gibraltar?
Would you be willing to meet with the group of scientists I'm calling together? Perhaps you could explain your mission to them, and they in turn could present it to their various peoples.
That's why I came to see you.
It is not enough to have men of science. We scientists are too often ignored or misunderstood. We must get leaders from every field, the finest minds in the world.
I leave that in your hands.
One thing, Mr. Klaatu. Suppose this group should reject your proposals. What is the alternative?
I'm afraid there is no alternative. In such a case, the planet Earth would have to be eliminated.
Such power exists?
I assure you, such power exists.
The people who come to the meeting must be made to realize this. They must understand what is at stake. You mentioned a demonstration of force.
Yes.
Would such a demonstration be possible before the meeting?
Yes, of course.
Something that would dramatize for them and for their people the seriousness of the situation. Something that would affect the entire planet.
That can easily be arranged.
I wouldn't want you to harm anybody or destroy anything.
Why don't you leave it to me? I'll think of something.
Maybe a little demonstration.
Something dramatic, but not destructive. That's quite an interesting problem. Would the day after tomorrow be all right? Say about noon.
There have actually been no further developments, but police and the FBI are tracing every possible clue and rounding up all possible suspects.
Rummy?
This is the greatest manhunt
Did it again.
history, and local officials all
Take a hand, Mr. Carpenter?
Take it. Oh, no thanks. No thanks.
Are you going out, dear?
Yes, Tom's picking me up.
Well, personally, I wouldn't go out after dark these days. But then I'm not courting, am I? Oh, Mr. Carpenter.
Everyone seems so...
Jittery is the word.
Bobby's the only person I know who isn't jittery.
Well, he has his homework to keep him occupied.
He's a fine boy, Mrs. Benson.
Naturally, I think so.
Warm, friendly, intelligent.
Mr. Carpenter, this is none of my business. But why did that man come here last night?
Oh, they just wanted to ask me a few questions. Bobby and I tried to see Professor Barnhart in the afternoon, and he wasn't in. Apparently, they thought I was looking for secrets of some kind.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello. Are you ready?
Well, I will be in a minute.
The picture starts at 8:50.
I was just talking to Mr. Carpenter.
Well, I hope Mr. Carpenter won't think I'm intruding. Shh. What? Good evening. Excuse me, I was just going up to my room.
Good night, Mr. Carpenter.
Have a good time, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why don't you wait in here while I get my things? Tom, that was awful.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just tired of hearing about Mr. Carpenter.
Tom.
I don't like the way he's attached himself to you and Bobby. After all, what do you know about him?
I'll go get my things.
All you have to remember is first find the common denominator, and then divide.
Thanks, Mr. Carpenter.
I'll say goodnight again.
Mr. Carpenter, Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Benson.
Go to bed now, darling. You can finish that in the morning.
Okay.
Bobby, I think it would be better if we didn't see quite so much of Mr. Carpenter.
Gee, why, Mom? He's my best friend, and he's awful good in arithmetic. He even helps Professor Barnhart.
Did you and Mr. Carpenter really go see Professor Barnhart?
Sure we did. He wasn't there, but we went to see him, and Mr. Carpenter showed him how to do his arithmetic. Mom, something wrong with Mr. Carpenter?
What do you mean, dear?
On account of last night. You think he's a bank robber or a gangster, maybe?
No, dear, of course not. He's a very nice man. I just think that he might prefer to be left alone, that's all. You go to bed and forget about it. Good night, darling.
Good night. Mom? Why would he want to be left alone?
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Bobby, give you a flashlight?
It's a real Boy Scout one.
Fine.
Here, all you gotta do is push up on it, see?
Oh,
What do you need it for?
the light in my room went out.
Oh.
I must tell you sometime about another kind of train. Kind that doesn't need any tracks.
Really?
Really. Remind me in the morning, I'll tell you all about them.
Okay. No tracks.
Moringa. Imre Klaatu Narawak. Macro Pluval Barata Lukdenso Implicit. Yabo Tari Axel Bugletio Berengi Degas.
Bobby, what are you doing up at this hour?
I couldn't sleep, Mom. I had to tell you.
Tell me what?
Well, after you left, I followed Mr. Carpenter. And where do you think he went? Right into the spaceship.
Now, Bobby, wait a minute.
Honest, Mom, I saw him. It opened up and he walked right in. And that big iron fellow was walking around, too.
Bobby, you've been dreaming again.
No, I haven't, Mom. Honest, I promise you I saw him.
Where'd you see all this, Bobby?
On the lawn, down at the mall. In that place with the soldiers out in front.
Where were the soldiers all this time?
Well, that big iron guy grabbed him and knocked him out. I like Mr. Carpenter, Mom. I'm kind of scared.
Oh, don't be frightened, darling. It was only a bad dream. Here, we'll prove it to you. Tom, will you ask Mr. Carpenter to come down for a minute?
Sure.
He's in the room next to mine.
Okay.
Now, think back hard. You didn't follow Mr. Carpenter at all, did you? You haven't even been out of the house.
Yes, I have.
Now, you didn't really see a spaceship, but you thought you did.
I'd never call you a liar.
He's not there, but look what I found in his room.
Is it real?
Well, it looks real to me.
Well, Mr. Carpenter's got lots of diamonds. He gave me a couple of them.
He gave these to you?
No, not exactly. I gave him $2.
This doesn't make sense. I think the guy's a crook. I never did trust him.
Gee, Mom, you think maybe he's a diamond smuggler?
Come on, darling. You're going up to bed now.
I wonder if we ought to call
Bobby and
him.
I have had enough excitement for tonight.
Do you think it's all right for you to stay here?
I've got a good lock on my door. Bobby's going to sleep in my room tonight.
Okay.
Come on now. Up to bed with you. Bobby, your shoes are soaking.
Yeah, grass was kind of wet.
I'm going now, Helen.
All right.
Hello.
May I see you for a minute?
Well, I'm just going to lunch.
May I walk out with you?
Well, Mrs. Benson speaking. Oh, hello.
I'm at Bleeker's to get an appraisal on that diamond. I thought we might have lunch together.
Can I talk to you later? Oh, that'll be fine. Bye.
I saw Bobby this morning before he went to school.
Yes?
I'd like to know what he told you last night.
I really didn't pay much attention. Bobby has such an active imagination.
Did you believe what he told you? I have a reason for asking this. A very important reason.
There's another elevator we can use. What is it you want?
Before I ask you to be honest with me, perhaps I should be completely honest with you.
What happened?
What time is it?
Just 12.
We shall be here for a little while. About 30 minutes.
Well, we can try pushing the other buttons.
They won't work.
Why not?
You see, the electricity's been neutralized. All over the world.
Bobby was telling the truth, wasn't he?
Spaceman, that's what it is. Конец мира наступает. Я знаю.
You should see it, Professor Barnhart. You should go out and see it for yourself.
Thanks. I am enjoying it right here.
The whole city has stopped. People are running around like ants.
What a brilliant idea. I never would have thought of it. What about the people who are coming to the meeting tonight? Have they all arrived?
Yes, here's the list. And I talked to most of them on the phone this morning. They're all very curious about the meeting.
Good. Did you speak to our friend, Mr. Carpenter?
He'll be there at 8:30.
Tell me, Hilda, does all this frighten you? Does it make you feel insecure?
Yes, sir, it certainly does.
That's good, Hilda. I'm glad.
As far as we can tell, all power's been cut off everywhere, with a few exceptions. And even these exceptions are remarkable. Hospitals, planes in flight, that sort of thing. I wish I could give you more information, but as you know, all communications are out. Telephones, radio, cable, everything. Gentlemen, I can tell you the president is prepared to declare a state of national emergency.
Oh, Eleanor, did you call the electrician?
I tried, Mr. Bleeker, but the phone doesn't work either.
Well, call the phone company.
But the phone doesn't work.
Is it worth anything?
I have never seen such a stone in all my life. Will you please tell me where it came from?
That's what I want you to tell me.
But there are no diamonds like this any place in the world that I know of.
Are you sure of that?
Would you like to sell it?
No. No, thanks.
I'd give you a very good price.
Thank you, no.
I've already told you more than I told Professor Barnhart because, in a sense, my life is in your hands. I thought if you knew the facts, you'd appreciate the importance of my not being apprehended before the meeting tonight.
Of course. Of course I do. You hold great hope for this meeting.
I can see no other hope for your planet. If this meeting should fail, then I'm afraid there is no hope. It must be 12:30.
Yes. Just exactly. Where are you going now?
Back to the boarding house. I'll be safe there for the afternoon. I can keep an eye on Bobby. He's the only other person who knows anything about what
No, wait a minute. There's someone else.
Who?
Tom. He was there last night when Bobby told me what he saw.
Do you think he'd tell anyone?
But I think he'd talk to me first anyway before... Well, we can't take any chance. I'll get in touch with him right away to make sure. But I've got to talk to him. It's terribly important. Well, when is he coming back?
I don't know, Mrs. Benson. He left before noon, before that awful electric business. I'm scared to death, Mrs. Benson. No. He wouldn't tell me where he was going. Said it was something personal.
Well, please ask him to call me the minute he gets in. Thanks.
Before we start discussing plans, I want a report from Colonel Ryder. What about the robot, Colonel?
When it was discovered last night that the robot had moved, I was directed by the Joint Chiefs to find a means of immobilizing him. We accomplished that this morning by encasing him in a block of KL-93. It's a new plastic material stronger than steel.
Isn't it possibly broken out of this stuff?
No, sir, we just checked on that. He's locked up tight as a drum.
All right. That means we concentrate on the man. Up till now, we've agreed upon the desirability of capturing this man alive. We can no longer afford to be so particular. We'll get him, alive if possible. But we must get him. Is that clear?
Honest, Mary, I'm so scared I can't sit still. I'd like to run someplace, but I don't know where to go. Bye now.
Margaret, call the Pentagon. Find out who's in charge of this spaceman business. Whoever it is, I want to talk to him.
Mrs. Benson's been trying to get you all afternoon. She says it's important.
Get this other call first.
Oh, Mrs. Benson, he just walked in.
Oh, fine.
Are you nervous, too?
Yes, I am, Margaret.
Oh, Helen, come on in.
Tom, I've been trying to get you all afternoon.
I have some terrific news about your friend, Mr. Carpenter.
What about him?
Helen, he's the man from the spaceship. I had that diamond checked at 3 different places. Nobody's ever seen a stone like that. After what Bobby told us, that's enough for me. Why is it nobody knows anything about him? Why hasn't he got any money?
All right, Tom, it's true. I know it's true.
How do you know?
Never mind about that. But you've got to promise me you won't say a word to anybody.
Are you crazy after what happened today?
But you don't understand. You don't realize how important this is.
Important? Of course it's important. The point is we can do something about it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We mustn't do anything about it. Believe me, Tom, I know what I'm talking about.
He's a menace to the whole world. It's our duty to turn him in.
But he isn't a menace. He told me why he came here.
He told you? Oh, don't be silly, honey, just because you like the guy. You realize, of course, what this would mean to us. I could write my own ticket. I'd be the biggest man in the country.
Is that what you're thinking about?
Why not? Somebody's got to get rid of him.
I'm not going to let you do it.
Yes?
Believe me, Tom, this is the most important
What's his name,
thing in the
Margaret?
world.
General Cutler. Yes. Oh, all right, I'll hold on.
Tom, you mustn't. You don't know what you're doing.
It isn't just you and Mr. Carpenter. The rest of the world is involved.
I don't care about the rest of the world. You'll feel different when you see my picture in the papers.
I feel different right now.
You wait and see. You're going to marry a big hero.
I'm not going to marry anybody.
Helen, Hello, General Cutler? No, I don't. No, I don't want to speak to his aide. I want to speak to the general. Tell him it's about the spaceman. That's right, General. That's where he's staying. Yes, of course I'm sure.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stevens. I want to talk to you further, but I haven't time now. Deploy all Zone 5 units according to Plan B, immediately.
Hello, Sammy.
Attention all units. Attention all units. When deployed according to Plan Baker, maintain station and remain on radio alert until further orders.
Sure, Barnhart can arrange to hide me until the meeting.
Where's the meeting going to be?
At the ship.
Yeah! They got in a taxi cab and went off down that street.
Thank you, son.
Attention Zone 5. Attention Zone 5. Yellow cab moving north on 14th Street from Harvard Street. Man and woman in back seat. Get license number and report. That's the one. Right. Attention Zone 5. License number of target vehicle is H0012.
Hey, looks like something big's going on.
Attention Zone 5. Attention Zone 5. Report when target vehicle passes your position.
It's only a few blocks to Barnard's.
I'm worried about Gort. I'm afraid of what he might do if anything should happen to me.
Gort, but he's a robot. Without you, what could he do?
There's no limit to what he could do. He could destroy the Earth. If anything should happen to me, you must go to Gort. You must say these words. Klaatu, Barada, Nikto. Please repeat that.
Klaatu, Barada, Nikto.
You must remember those words.
Yellow cab, license number H0012, heading west on 15th Street at Treasury Place.
The target vehicle is turning west into Massachusetts Avenue.
Yellow cab heading northwest at Columbia Road in Connecticut. Repeat, yellow cab heading northwest at Columbia Road in Connecticut.
Attention all units, northwest area, zone 5. Block off all streets intersecting Connecticut Avenue on a line from Wisconsin to the park. All vehicles close in. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on here?
Drive.
Get that message to Gort. Right away.
Captain, pull these people back. Yes. See if they have a stretcher at the police station. Take him there.
Gort, Klaatu, Barada, Nikto. Klaatu. Barada. Nikto.
Yes, sir. Yes, we have the body here now, locked in a cell. There's no question about it, General. He's dead, all right. I understand. I'll be right there, sir. Bring in a squad of men, Lieutenant. Place a guard around that cell.
Yes, sir.
Captain, don't let anyone in or out of the building.
Yes, sir.
Come along. Professor Barnhart?
Yes?
I'm very sorry, but I have to ask you to call off this meeting.
Call it off. But I had permission from the Army.
I know you did, sir. But the robot's on the loose now, and it's not safe around here. You'll have to get your people out of this area.
I thought you were...
I was.
You mean... he has the power of life and death?
No. That power is reserved to the Almighty Spirit. This technique, in some cases, can restore life for a limited period.
But how long?
You mean how long will I live? That no one can tell.
Under the circumstances, the army people have asked us to leave. And since their concern is for our safety, I can do nothing but suggest that we comply.
I am leaving soon, and you will forgive me if I speak bluntly. The universe grows smaller every day, and the threat of aggression by any group, anywhere, can no longer be tolerated. There must be security for all, or no one is secure. Now, this does not mean giving up any freedom, except the freedom to act irresponsibly. Your ancestors knew this when they made laws to govern themselves and hired policemen to enforce them. We of the other planets have long accepted this principle. We have an organization for the mutual protection of all planets and for the complete elimination of aggression. The test of any such higher authority is, of course, the police force that supports it. For our policemen, we created a race of robots. Their function is to patrol the planets in spaceships like this one and preserve the peace. In matters of aggression, we have given them absolute power over us. This power cannot be revoked. At the first sign of violence, they act automatically against the aggressor. The penalty for provoking their action is too terrible to risk. The result is we live in peace, without arms or armies, secure in the knowledge that we are free from aggression and war, free to pursue more profitable enterprises. We do not pretend to have achieved perfection, but we do have a system, and it works. I came here to give you these facts. It is no concern of ours how you run your own planet. But if you threaten to extend your violence, this Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder. Your choice is simple. Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. We shall be waiting for your answer. The decision rests with you.
Gort, Marenga.